Tattoo Titans. Here, the best professional tattoo artists from around the country battle each other and the clock as they compete for $10,000.
My tattoo is just not strong enough.
To get it, they'll have their skills tested in 3 rounds of challenges.
All right, buddy. It is a pressure cooker.
Our panel of industry heavyweights and celebrity guests will judge the artist's work.
You lied to me, Da Vinci. I don't like being lied to.
In this battle, 4 tattoo artists will enter, but only 1 will leave with bragging rights and the cash prize.
Should we keep you in the competition?
Who will take home the $10,000 and the title of Tattoo Titan? First, enter the tattoo shop, Greg Puzon from Sacramento, California.
I've been tattooed now for about 6 years. I like to do new school, traditional, neo-traditional, photorealism, and black and gray. I got beefcake written on the knuckles. It's another name for a male stripper, which you can totally tell that I am, right?
Next up, Da Vinci Maximus from Tracy, California.
I'm Da Vinci Maximus, and the Maximus is the greatest. The styles I enjoy the most are photorealism and anything that incorporates a lot of illustrative style. When I first became a tattoo artist, my mother begged me to give it up, said that the Lord hadn't given me my talent for this, and I said, I've been doing art my entire life, and I love it.
Next in, Jack Lowe from Des Moines, Iowa.
I've been tattooing for about 20 years. I try to do all styles, photorealism, color, black and gray. I do bio, floral stuff. I'm really confident going into this. Right now, I'm focused on winning.
And finally, Deidre Zinn from Tampa, Florida.
I've been tattooing for 5 years. I love American traditional style tattooing. Winning the $10,000 would be amazing. It would go towards my children's college fund so they can take care of mommy when they're older.
Artists, you'll be competing in 3 rounds. Skin's choice, artist's choice, and the judge's choice. Now, let's meet our judges. First up, Bob Tyrell. With work worthy of a museum, tattoo portrait master Bob Tyrell is one of the most sought-after artists working in the industry today.
Having Bob Tyrell up there as one of the judges is pretty scary because he's one of the gods of photorealism. He's going to be a tough cookie to get around, I think.
Up next, Bernadette Macias. Bernadette is one of the most successful tattoo models working today. Her beautiful face can be seen across the globe on the cover of tattoo magazines everywhere. Maya Bailey is a tattoo artist extraordinaire. His Atlanta tattoo shop, City of Ink, services some of the biggest names in the world of sports and hip-hop. Okay, artists, open your tattoo cases. Your items are a Harley Lowrider and drumsticks, a Triumph chopper and hop, a Harley Heritage Classic and bell, and an Indian Classic 841 and nurse's hat. The panel will be judging you on how well you incorporate the picture of the motorcycle and the Skins item into your tattoo. You will have a total of 3 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. Whichever artist they decide has the weakest tattoo will be marked out. Here to provide a little inspiration for you is Paul Sr.
Out of nowhere, Paul Sr. riding up on this custom bike. I'm like, oh, this is so awesome. Are you kidding me?
How you guys doing?
Hey, buddy.
Great.
I've been building motorcycles for 40-something years. You know, it starts out with a passion, then I have to be inspired about it, and then take it to the next level. I never just do something just to do it. It's got to mean something to me. My tattoos, I don't just get a tattoo anywhere. Everything on my arm means something to me. So we're going to talk a little bit about what you guys are doing.
That was probably the coolest. Just to see another working professional come in who's as passionate about his craft as I am about mine.
Cool bike.
It's a beautiful looking bike.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm thinking of incorporate the eagle into the bike. Maybe the head's coming out, holding the headlamp.
We've done bikes like that. That would be very cool to do something like that.
I'm excited about this stuff just because it's so dated.
Oh, yeah, this is cool. I have a 42 in my shop with a sidecar.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of easy.
Looks like a little bit more of a memorial type feel to it. Looks like
kind of got like saddlebags on it like that, huh? That's cool. So do you have any particular place you'd like to do the drumsticks? Because I can see a few places where it would look cool.
Can you? On the motorcycle?
Yeah, I mean, you could almost use them for like an exhaust.
Yeah.
You have some kind of concept. Yeah. Go with it.
Absolutely.
Paul Sr., do you have anything else you want to say to these artists before they start getting inking?
Don't up.
You heard the man.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you guys.
Well, take good care of your bike, Paul. All right, artists, the challenge starts now. Skins, come on in and meet your artists.
How you doing, man? I'm Jack.
Tom.
Tom, all right, buddy. So tell me about this. What's going on with this?
This is a picture of my grandfather.
Okay. That's him? This is literally him?
Yeah, that's him. He died in November of 2009, and we drove his Harley to the funeral home and parked it inside of the funeral home. That was like the centerpiece. And I always remembered his gremlin bell.
Okay. That gremlin bell is what motorcycle riders will put on their motorcycle to kind of ward off the evil spirits. Are you thinking more black and gray or color?
I like black and gray.
All right, I'm your guy, definitely.
Yeah.
Hello.
Very nice to meet you.
Da Vinci.
Jennifer.
Take a seat, Jennifer.
Thank you very much. The Indian, I can't get enough of it. It's just a totally awesome bike. And I do reenactments. And my reenactments, I do a World War II era nurse.
I love it.
I was looking for World War II era pinup.
I was thinking the same thing. We decided that a pinup would probably look the best on the motorcycle, dress it up, and just kind of, you know, really bring it over the top.
Hey, hi. Good to meet you. Lauren. Nice to meet you. I'm Deidre. So you have your picture here. Is this your motorcycle?
No, it's my dad's, actually.
Your dad's?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very cool. So who's the drummer? Is it you?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yeah,
Awesome.
but he's been trying to teach me, so.
A motorcycle is difficult to do because it has so many components. 3.5 hours really isn't a lot of time when it comes to tattooing. Doing the entire motorcycle, you know what I mean? Doing the whole thing is probably not going to finish. I don't want you to leave with an unfinished tattoo. I give her every idea that I've got. She shot them all down. She still wanted the whole motorcycle. So it just kind of turned into motorcycle, drumsticks, the word dad.
How's it going? Greg.
Eddie.
Eddie, nice to meet you, man. Step into my office. All right, so we're going to be tattooing you today. I saw this picture here. I thought it was pretty awesome, man.
Well, I built that motorcycle a few years ago in my kitchen.
In your kitchen?
In my kitchen.
That sounds like an appropriate place to build a bike.
Well, I didn't have a garage. Kind of wanted to incorporate a hawk in that design. Whenever I would see a hawk, like in the first 5 minutes of a motorcycle ride, I knew it was going to be a good ride.
Okay. I asked Eddie where he wants me to put this tattoo on him, and he says, I want it on my ribs, and my heart sinks. The ribs is one of the worst spots to tattoo. The skin quality is not good. It's very hard to stretch. It's just a nightmare of a placement to tattoo. You're going to prep your skin, we're just going to draw it on you. I didn't want to do the whole bike because it would just take way too long to do, especially on the ribs because you have to stretch it out.
The clock's ticking, and I know that most of the work is in recreating the photo of his grandfather riding the bike, but I want to create some more depth. We do mountains back here, we can do sky. We can even like do the road kind of going off into the mountains. Yeah.
Go ahead and remove your top layer of clothing. Leaving my skin there, I head over to draw this thing out on paper. I'm running out of time, and I got to get this thing on the skin already.
I have this strategy to draw for half an hour, start tattooing, and give myself at least 2.5 hours to complete the tattoo.
It's enough for me to go by and make it look awesome. As I start to tattoo Eddie, his skin is just, it's not stretching very well and it's not going in very well. And I'm like starting to panic a little on the inside. I'm just trying to work it in, trying to go with it. And it's just, I'm like, wipe, oh, it's not in.
I mean, I really am considering the time, but I don't want to screw up your tattoo. I'm working on the stencil, and I'm hearing all this buzzing going in the background, and it's telling me that I need to get this stencil wrapped up and just started already.
Here goes, right?
We finally get rolling, and I just can't believe that I wasted this much time. I don't know if I'm going to finish.
So at the halfway point, still a little bit nervous because it's still really hard to get the ink in the skin all the way.
How you doing, my man?
How's it going?
Doing good. Awesome. You all right over there, man? No ribs hurts. Taking it like a soldier.
Like a champ.
Yeah, he's sitting well, man. Best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
What you working on over here? Give me a wipe down. Wash it down for me.
So I'm sitting there working on my tattoo, and Maya walks up. And, you know, of course, I tried the old tattooer's trick, like keeping it all smudged up with pigment so he couldn't see it. And he's like, wipe that thing off, girl.
How long did it take you to come up with the design?
About a half hour.
Okay. You going background?
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Thank you. I definitely feel on schedule, actually ahead of schedule a little bit, which is kind of making me freak out because I think that I should have spent more time drawing.
I've got it relatively where I want it. I have more than enough time to knock out the background and get it to where I want it.
You didn't pee before. Hold it, baby. You got it. I'm frantically trying to pack in as much detail as I can in this tattoo. And then he tells me he really has to use the restroom. Go. So I'm freaking. I said, all right, I'm going to switch over to another needle. You need to go now. Come on, dude, run. Run, run, run.
I finished my tattoo, and I feel really worried about what's going to happen with the judges. I came all the way from Florida to be here. I've got everybody at home kind of rooting me on. I'm terrified at this moment.
Knowing that I'm not going to be able to get the color in there, I just try to tighten up that line work as much as possible so I can really impress them with my line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machine's down.
When time's cold, I put my machine down. I'm freaking out because I feel like my tattoo is just not strong enough.
Artists, your skins all wanted tattoos about their bikes. But before you hear from the judges, they're going to hear from you. Jack?
When I first opened the case and I saw that photo, I thought it was like a stock photo. When I talked to my guy, that's his actual grandfather on the actual bike. That was the centerpiece of his funeral. So it was just important to me to get that in there. And then the bell gave me an excuse to create a framework down there.
Jack, you did a hell of a tattoo, man. It's really nicely laid out. The composition's great. You really did a good job of capturing an entire scene.
Thank you.
When I see Jack's tattoo for the first time, this guy's got a phenomenal tattoo. And if he keeps that shit up, he's going home with my money.
One of the main things I liked about this was that on a time crunch, you took the time to put so much detail into this. I think that's rad. I love it.
I thought it was really bold to do the whole scene, and within that period of time, that cloudy effect in the background, that's just genius to me because we knew the shortcuts to make. This tattoo's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
No doubt.
Greg, why don't you tell the judges about your tattoo?
The original idea that I had, and I let them know, was to do like a mix of the hawk with the bike, with the talons and everything as the forks. He said he wasn't buying that one, so he said you can still kind of go on with the whole cartoon new school feel, which I was totally comfortable doing. Kind of went a little too big on the drawing, but I felt it went okay.
It's clean, it's readable, which I really like. It could use a little more contrast. It could have been shaded out a little more thoroughly.
Did you have a tough time actually doing this?
It was a little tough, yes, I'm not gonna lie, but that happens when you get on the rib sometimes.
Would you have done more on the bird?
If I had another 40 minutes, I would have done a whole lot more.
The line work is really cool and really clean. You say you freehand it, which is really smart to do, especially on something like a ribs, because it can give it some kind of flow. The problem I mainly have is this tire. You got this shadow right here.
Yeah.
Which I probably would have put that right there. So it gave that part a little bit more depth, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I kind of like the smart idea of not showing all the bike, but I would have kind of used the wing to cut it off.
Yeah.
Da Vinci?
My skin was a joy to work with. And I'm not making excuses, but I was just so far behind.
I don't know why it took you so long to design this and get started.
I was debating whether making a stencil for it, and then...
No excuses, man. Whatever you got there, make it happen.
Absolutely.
I like the layout of the tattoo. It's nice and clean, very clean line work, but it looks a bit unfinished.
Da Vinci, were you gonna add full color in this tattoo?
Yes. I didn't have the option to mix colors just because that's way too time-consuming, and I'd already gotten a late start.
Your shading's super dark, and at first I didn't like that, but these fine artists informed me that it's so dark because you were gonna add color. So I'm glad that you said that. It's hard to judge fully because you didn't do it all. I don't know if you're good at color. I can't tell, you know? So let me ask you a question. Should we keep you in the competition?
Absolutely.
Why?
Keep me around, love. Show you some nice stuff.
Deidre?
She wanted the exact picture that I showed her. I tried to talk her into doing maybe just the gas tank so we could incorporate drums and the drumsticks a little bit easier into the tattoo.
Deidre, it's a nice tribute tattoo for her dad. I like the fact that you got all the elements in there. The drumsticks, it's a little hard to tell that they're drumsticks. You could have taken the drumstick you had and really used that as reference, make it really obvious it's a drumstick.
The bothering me the most about it is just really the lack of creativity, you know, because like it's really logical. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. The word dad, especially with a font, you could have really went crazy with that. Lettering could have brought the sticks and a motorcycle together more,
right.
Especially if you did a calligraphy style and some of the loops and everything kind of go around each one of them somehow, you know?
Absolutely.
I like your line work. I like your detail in the front half of your bike. But I wish you had tried to mesh the two together or put them together into one picture, because it looks like you just got the two items and just stacked them one on top of the other. You know, I wish you would have got a bit more creative with it.
Artists, we've heard what the judges have to say. If your tattoo appears on the screen, you have been marked out. Artists, we've heard what the judges have to say. If your tattoo appears on the screen, you have been marked out.
To me, one of the most important things about being a tattoo artist is creativity.
Absolutely.
When I go to get tattooed, I give ideas, and I hope that they can come up with something amazing.
Right.
Like, we look to you guys are the pros at that. You guys give us the creativity. You give me the tips, where I should put on my body, like what's gonna look best, what angle, all that stuff. So when I look at this and there's a huge lack of creativity,
Absolutely.
so maybe work on that.
Definitely. Thank you.
Deidre, I'm sorry you've been marked out of the competition.
Thank you guys very much for the opportunity to be here.
I'm gonna have to ask you to exit the tattoo shop now.
Definitely the tattoo I did was not up to par. I kind of cracked under the pressure of it. The judges mentioned the lack of creativity, and I agree with them 100%. I lost it in the drawing stage.
Artists, please open your cases. As you can see, the flash art is fast and furious.
I see a picture of what looks to be a 60s to 70s muscle car, American muscle, only way to go. And the other one is a picture of tire tracks that are on fire, almost like Back to the Future. Like, so I'm really excited about this round.
Your challenge is to use both pieces of flash art for your tattoo. Now, you don't have to use these exact images. They're just there for inspiration for your tattoo. You'll have a total of 3 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. All right, artists, your time starts now.
Hello.
Hey.
Big Greg.
Alicia.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
So you want to get an awesome tattoo today, huh?
Yes.
First thing that comes to mind for me is to do a crazy cartoon car, big wheels, maybe like Big Daddy Roth with the big shifter hanging out. You like sci-fi?
Yes.
Yes! I was thinking of doing a spaceship muscle car.
That's awesome.
Sound cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Da Vinci. Adam,
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Adam. I didn't know what you had anticipated on getting, but this is what we're working with. Have you seen like how they do those real exaggerated, kind of like extreme drawings of the cars and stuff? They just kind of put more of a caricature kind of effect on them.
Okay.
I don't know, we could try to incorporate something more meaningful to you, you know what I mean?
A zombie kind of character driving it. I got a real big zombie thing.
There we go, bro. Got it.
How you doing, buddy?
Matt.
I'm Jack. Nice to meet you.
First thing I want to tell you, me and my dad own a 1994 C4 Corvette.
Okay.
So I'd love to do that. And it's like a fire red to it. So you can do the C4 Corvette in there. I can even show you a picture and everything like that.
Where are you wanting it?
I want to do on the thigh.
My skin wants to do a Corvette that him and his father bought together. I could tell it meant a lot to him, and he was really excited. 94 C4
Chevy Corvette.
Chevy Corvette. Even though it's artist choice, I want to give him what he wants. What we can do, if you're kind of just shooting for, like, you know, a picture of this car that represents you and your father, we can do these tire tracks and stuff kind of as a background. So we went with his idea. Okay, come with me.
Corvette. Like this. Do something like that, yeah.
We went over to the computers to find the reference. We dug around for quite some time trying to find it. Once we found the right design, I just decided to go straight to the skin with the pen and just freehand it on him. We think of a way that we can incorporate the flames in making it look like a photo that's been fire.
What's going on, man?
My favorite part of the zombie. I can mutilate his face, bones popping out, maybe his tongue dripping with some coolness, but just looking like he's riding his ass off into the wind. I don't have my pattern too well developed, but I'm feeling confident about this already. I just slap it on and I start tattooing already.
Oh, that's awful. God, that is crap.
Good review, dude.
Oh, I'm excited. This tattoo.
I'm excited.
This tattoo is gonna be so rad. Jumping into this tattoo head first, I was completely 110% confident. I jumped into it with Sharpies and said, I'm gonna draw a sci-fi spaceship muscle car. You ready? Yeah. Here we go.
All right, brother, let's make some magic, huh?
All right.
$10,000 tattoo right here. Growing up as a kid, I'd always admired Walt Disney's style, and a lot of those animated characters have what they call calligraphied lines, where they'll taper around the ends. So I spend the most of my time on these lines because I'm feeling that, in the end, this is really what's gonna pay off.
Drawing a car, especially on a curved surface, it's really tough to keep everything in the right perspective.
The cold hand distract you and mess up your day, man.
Never.
Man, what's up, man?
Maya comes out, he says, are you gonna turn us another unfinished tattoo?
You had a lot of excuses last time, man.
No, those weren't excuses. Those were explanations. I don't excuse I got the car to do still. I'm having to jeopardize gradations and shading, but if there's one thing that I'm worried about, it's about not including those tire tracks. So this thing's just gonna look a little flatter on the bottom.
Yeah, let's get some speed on this, man. Cause I wanna see you goddamn make it.
You're gonna see some stuff up there, Mr. Bailey.
You the style, man. I like the direction, man, but no more excuses, man.
What's going on, my man? Ever see a space muscle car?
You going background or you just focus on the subject?
There's gonna be a little bit of background, but not emphasis is the car.
See you later, Big G.
Oh, we'll see you soon.
No doubt.
After seeing what happened to Da Vinci in the first round, I don't want to end up like him and end up with a tattoo that's unfinished.
I just start touching that needle everywhere that I can, just to get a little bit of flavor in there. It might not blend all the way out. Hopefully I can just say that those skin showing through are highlights.
Can I get everyone's attention? 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Final 5 minutes comes by, I'm getting happier by the minute the more I tattoo this piece.
It is mind-blowingly stressful. It's out of this world stressful.
I don't understand why I keep doing this to myself. I gotta finish this tattoo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machines down. Artists, say goodbye to your skins.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I'll say goodbye to the other two artists also.
I'm feeling relatively confident. I feel that the $10,000 could easily be mine.
All right, artists, your skins all got fast and furious tattoos. Greg, please tell us about your piece.
Since this was artist choice, I was trying to think outside the box as much as I could. And when I saw the car and I saw the tire tracks, I thought, with my style, I can make this really crazy looking space car, because I've never heard of a space muscle car. And instead of tires, it's got little rockets for tires, and it's got a little space fire track going underneath it, and I'm totally happy with it.
Greg's tattoo is really, really nice, man. The line work's super clean. Color saturation's super solid, smooth, tight. The only thing, the background, maybe could have been a little darker just to give the illusion that it is in outer space.
Since the car look like it's in motion, I probably would have made a space trail, you know, like it's coming from it, maybe and faded out in the background so it looked like it's coming from a distance. Basically, the only thing that's really lacking is the depth on it, you know.
What I was trying to go for was that it was kind of in space, but maybe it was on a planet. That's why there's that drop shadow in between the flames down there. I wanted to give it the illusion as much as I could that it was off the ground. It's pretty close.
It's a nice tattoo. I like it. I truly, truly love that you thought outside the box. As I've said before, creativity is one of the most important things to me in a tattoo artist, and you're extremely creative.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, Jack, please explain to the judges the concept behind your tattoo.
This guy was so excited to have this car that him and his dad have, that they bought together, that they share, that I was like, I wanted to give him something that he's gonna like. I wanted him to go, man, I got this tattoo and I love it forever. So I went with that.
Did you finish this tattoo?
Well, kind of. I mean,
It's yes or
yeah,
no.
I guess I'm not completely happy with it, obviously. I guess I like working with organic shapes and movement. And
Can you answer the question?
Oh.
Is it finished, yes or no?
Yeah, I finished it.
Man, I'm really disappointed in the lack of creativity. You know, just played a little bit too safe. You know, almost like we could predict what you was gonna do almost, man. We only seen, this is only your second tattoo in the competition. Why did you play it too safe, man?
My black and gray, I'm pretty proficient at it, so I knew I could finish in the time given.
My personal opinion is it's just the lack of contrast in it. You know, it's just something has to be dark in this piece, either the background or the subject matter. If you look at that piece from a distance, you wouldn't be able to make it out.
Being a photorealism guy myself, there's little things that bother me. The center of this hood looks off in here. This should come off a little more that way. The tire in here looks a little weird. At the top here looks like it gives the illusion that it's really sunk in too far.
Try freehanding a wheel on TV.
I see your car. It's beautiful. But I wish you would have got a bit more creative with it.
I did have other ideas that might have made a bigger wow factor, but I went with that.
All right, Da Vinci, please explain to the judges your ideas behind your tattoo.
I said, is there anything that we could tie into it to kind of make it more personal for you? And he came up with the idea of a zombie, and so we rolled with that.
You took the challenge, which was the car, and came up with a really cool, creative, wacky tattoo. I really dig it, man. Just a couple little things. You know, it looks like the headlights down here. It's just skin, looks a little unfinished. That's just little tiny things like that.
When I seen this tattoo, it automatically give you a certain feeling. That's why I like it. You know, it's fun. I mean, it's almost like a nice emotion in it, man. You captured something, you put yourself in this piece, and it reflects it, and I like it, man. It's almost like unfinished feel to it, but in competitions, do as much of the stuff you can on the skin as possible. Don't take so much time up on that paper, man, you know?
I love his fingers. When you look at it here, his fingers are freaking awesome. His skin, I love the mixture of colors that you use. My only question is, where are your tire marks? The tire tracks needed to inspire a part of your tattoo that I don't see. Is something missing?
Bernadette's a fast one. She wasn't gonna let me escape with another unfinished tattoo, and boy, she called me out for it.
Last round, you didn't finish. And you actually told me personally that if we kept you, you would finish your next tattoo. You lied to me, Da Vinci. I don't like being lied to. I'm a girl. You should never lie to a girl. Once again, should we keep you in the competition?
I'm the contestant, you guys are the judges. I trust and respect whatever decision you guys come to.
Artists, we've heard what the judges have had to say. If your tattoo appears on the screen, you have been marked out. Artists, our judges have made a decision. If your tattoo appears on the screen, you have been marked out. Jack, I'm sorry you've been marked out. Is there anything you'd like to say to the judges?
It's nuts. I'd never do it again, but it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to, you know, show what I can do, and it was a neat experience. Thanks.
You're awesome, man. 20 years in the game
really
speaks on the work and the quality. It really went down to, kept it kind of safe.
Yeah, I did.
Kind of knew we can do black and gray realism. And just wanted to see what somebody's going to bring to the table, more creative.
Jack, I'm sorry you've been marked out of the competition. Please exit the tattoo shop.
I've been doing this a long time, and this is probably the most difficult thing I've done in my whole career. It is a pressure cooker.
Congratulations, Da Vinci and Big Greg. You guys made it into the final round. One of you will be walking away with $10,000 and the title of Tattoo Titan.
Making it into the third round, I'm so pumped that, I mean, I already feel like a winner.
At this point, going into finals headstrong, I'm going to give it all I got. I want this prize money to help out my family and my grandma, and that's all I got on my mind right now.
Inside each of your tattoo cases, the judges have left you an item to show you which type of style you'll be tattooing. Artists, please open your tattoo cases. Judges, which style did you guys decide?
The style we went with is photorealism. But photorealism is taking a photograph and trying to make it as realistic as possible.
Photorealism's my thing, so I'm really excited to see what you guys will do, especially working a bit out of your comfort zone. Impress me, man.
As far as photorealism goes, sitting there as one of the judges, the Bob Terrell, the legend in the flesh. So right off the bat, I'm a little nervous.
These can't just be black and gray pieces of work. You must include at least 2 other colors into your design. You will have a total of 4 hours to sketch and complete your tattoo. And remember, $10,000 is on the line. All right, artists, your 4 hours starts now.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Steve.
Steve, Da Vinci, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
So open it up, let's see what we got, man. Oh, beautiful.
The Civil War kneeling angel.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a memorial for all the Civil War soldiers that were killed. Actually, it's in my hometown.
I meet my skin, he shows me the photo, and I'm like, really? We couldn't just have like a simple portrait or something? And I got that clock over me, so I don't know how this is gonna go.
How's it going?
Good, man. I'm Dave.
Dave, nice to meet you, man. Let's see what we got going on today. He has an envelope with him that has the reference of what he wants inside of it.
Anything in that picture is great, either 2 or 1.
Oh, man, this is going to be awesome. He tells me, you don't have to do the baby elephant if you don't have time. This is the perfect client for me right now. Yeah, we'll make this thing rad.
Photorealism, the easiest part about it would have to be that there is no guesswork involved. The answers are already there. You're just copying what you have to do. I go ahead and start tracing that thing out, and it's already proven to be an intense stencil.
The details in my head that I need to get in this thing are the little cracks in the head, all the little crevices in the trunk. The photo had these little slits, almost little bend cracks, and I wanted to really capture all those and put little highlight spots in every one of them.
I don't want to waste any time. I'm trying to jump into that tattoo and get it on and rocking. Off with your shirt, sir.
All right.
I got $10,000 on the line. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. And more than anything, all I really want to do is show these judges that they didn't waste their time in keeping me around.
Big G.
What's going on, my man?
What's going on, man? Can I see what you got?
You can see what I got so far.
Got enough color in there?
Yeah. So that's some more values to build up, but we'll make it.
Okay.
We'll make it. This particular style of tattooing is not about doing lines. It's about building value to create those lines. I build value by taking my shader and I create my fake line where I want it to stop, and then I kind of bring that shading out to give it the roundness of wherever I'm going. Because when you build that value up, it makes it into a lifelike portrait.
Good luck, man.
Thank you, sir.
Big G.
My man.
What you got over here, man? Can I mess with you? $10,000 on the line. You ready?
Are you telling me I need to rush this thing right now?
No, I ain't telling you to rush it.
I'm telling me Greg's ahead of me right now?
Yeah, I'm telling you that.
Get out of here, man. Come on, I need all my time, brother.
I know that. I'm gonna get out your way, man.
Part of me is really wanting to jump up to go check out Greg's work, but I'm so far behind, I can't even afford myself that luxury. When I get home, I'm gonna get a tattoo of a stopwatch with a knife in its back. I'm gonna put it on my forehead.
There you go.
There's one major pitfall to photorealism, is there are no shortcuts. Hopefully I can get enough black in there, but the time is running so short.
I'm starting to feel the pressure. I did learn from the last round that I need to really manage that time.
You have 5 minutes left on the clock. 5 minutes, $10,000. There's no pressure.
The last few minutes of the tattoo are hectic.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machine's down.
Thank you again.
Appreciate it, Jeff. Your time's up, machine goes down. I look at that tattoo, and I'm feeling stronger than ever. Whatever the outcome is, you're a hell of a competitor, Greg.
You too, man. Thank you, man.
Pleasure working with you. But I didn't get a chance to see Greg's tattoo. I know he's a hell of a competitor, a hell of an artist. I hope my tattoo topples Greg's.
Greg and Da Vinci, you two faced off against each other in the final round. The judges chose the style of photorealism for you to compete in. And they also wanted to see at least 2 colors show up in your tattoo besides black and gray. Da Vinci, please explain your tattoo.
I thought I was gonna be able to get a lot more in there as far as color-wise. They're in there, but they're not packed, and there's a lot of skin around each color, so it's not really letting it push off of the next color.
I like the way you shaded the wrinkles and the robe he's wearing. Being the black and gray guy that I am, I would have done the statue black and gray because statues pretty much, there's really no color in them. And then I would have done maybe some bright colors for a background to really make that black and gray pop.
I think you're spot on. I think that would have been the superior strategy.
Overall, man, you can tell you're a good tattoo artist, man. Like, I'm really big on contrast, like of blacks. Like that area right there, I really like that area. Like, I wish you would have used more darks in it.
I think it came out very nice. Your line work, your shading, the detail in the hair and the robe, I think came out awesome. The only thing that stood out to me the minute I looked at this tattoo was that the wing looks like a corn on the cob.
Greg, please explain your work to the judges.
Wow. How the hell did he do that with 4 hours?
I got my scan over to my station, and he pulled his reference out, and I saw elephant. I was really overjoyed inside because I do a lot of animal portraits back at home.
I think this belongs in National Geographic. The detail in the trunk, the grass, the colors, your line work. It's a pretty rad tattoo.
Great job of, just using no outlines. It's all done with values, creating edges with values, and that's how you make it photorealistic. Once you put outlines in, it makes it less realistic, so you nailed that. The top here, the background, maybe just if you went a little bit brighter with the blue up here, to make the top edge of the elephant head stand out a little more. You could have beefed up the contrast a bit. This tusk down here, maybe you could have done a little bit of a darker edge along the bottom, and then maybe a little bit of a darker background right there. Yeah, I'm really just picking this apart,
No, I appreciate it. Every bit of wisdom from you folks is always appreciated.
The only thing, man, I would probably say, like you get a little lost at the bottom.
I did too, because the photo it's real dark in the reference.
Sometimes as an artist, remember you're an artist, and you don't have to copy everything. So that's an excuse for me. I don't believe in excuses. Improvise.
You got it.
Artists, please step out of the tattoo shop while the judges decide who's going to be the tattoo titan and walk away with $10,000.
One of them really nailed it.
Which one looks more like a photo?
Yeah, I wanted to see one take it a little further than he did.
It could have been just like a photo, but it just wasn't there.
Sounds like you guys already made a decision.
Yeah, kind of.
Artists, the judges have made a decision. If your tattoo appears on the monitor, you are the tattoo titan walking away with $10,000. Greg and Da Vinci, let's see who the winner of Tattoo Titans is.
When I see my picture of the elephant up on the screen, I'm overjoyed. I can't even say anything. I put my face in my hands, and I'm like, yes, I made it.
Thank you. CG money. It just sucks because the judges gave me so many chances, and I feel like I really let them down. And I didn't make the most of the opportunities I was given, so it's eating me up a little inside,
You just won $10,000!
Jump up and down.
You owe us a jump up and down.
Jump up and down.
To receive this $10,000 prize, it's beyond me. It's the coolest thing I've ever won.
Kentucky is back.
Yeah! You ready? I want that thing to go boom. Yeah!
That's a bad boy, son, right there.
If you can get the big air, you can get the big explosion.
We need some left-handed bullets.
All right.
You guys are just not right.
Don't miss the new season of Gun-Tucky. Next Saturday at 9, 8 Central on CMT.
That's a way to start the day.